Hello, we are Outset, and this is our design of a perfect cup of coffee. To start, we have our process flow diagram. We began with 120 grams of the Panama green beans and 120 grams of the Uganda green beans. Next, we put the separate amounts into the roaster and ended up with 76 grams of Uganda dark roasted beans and 75 grams of Panama dark roasted beans, as well as 75 grams of chaff and VOCs. We took the combined roasted bean blend, which came out to 52 grams, and put it into the grinder at a grind size of 20 and ground the beans. We set up 3 different clever drippers and split the dry grounds into 3 different filters. We distributed 1,016 grams of water at 95 degrees Celsius and ended up with 959 grams of brewed coffee and a combined mass of 109 grams of spent grounds and evaporation. Here is a more detailed page for our mass balances for both roasting and brewing. Again, for roasting, we started with 240 grams of green beans and came out with 203 grams of roasted beans, and a combined total of 37 grams made up of chaff and gas, or our VOCs. For brewing, we fed in 1,016 grams of water and came out with 959 grams of brewed coffee and 109 grams combined of spent grounds and evaporation. Here is a visual of our ground coffee, which is made up of Uganda and Panama dark roasts. Here we have our energy usage for roasting and water heating. For the roast of 52 grams, we use 0.1508 kilowatt hours, and for water heating of 1,016 grams of water at 95 degrees Celsius, we used 0.08 kilowatt hours. Our energy penalty ended up being 0 because we went over the amount of coffee we needed for the competition. This is our TDS and PE. For our TDS, we got a 1.695% for 959 grams of brew and 52 grams of dry grounds, which came out to 31.25% in our PE percentage. Our sensory evaluation was that it was very pleasant and almost tea-like. It had a smooth body and felt good in the mouth. There was a slight bitter taste on the back end with a slight berry taste. In summary, we thought that in the future, if we had another chance to compete again, we would find ways to adjust our energy usage to be more efficient and find a way to make our blend sweeter if possible. This might require a change in brew ratio and TDS target in order to achieve, following the control chart as a guide. Playing around with the grind sizes would also be really interesting, as it would allow us to experiment with different extractions depending on the grind. Trying a different brewing method to see how the taste is impacted could have also been interesting. For example, a French press could have yielded a stronger brew or a heavier body. Thank you.